EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for June 20th, 2023. It is the final full day of spring today as summer arrives tomorrow morning at 10:57 a.m. I will tell you, as you look behind me, mostly cloudy skies, right? You're not going to see the sun much in the upcoming week, not at all. Very little. So if you do get a little bit of it today or a little bit of it on Wednesday, soak it up all you can because the end of the week is going to be turning much wetter, it looks like, and we'll get to that in today's video. If you have a business you want to advertise for the either Tuesday or Wednesday daily forecast video, please reach out to me at info@epawaweather.com. I'll give you all the information about how you can have your business become a sponsor of either of those 2 days. There's going to be one day of those two that are available. There's one that agreed to us in principle 2 weeks ago. It's going to be starting soon. That's flexible on either day. So if you want something on either Tuesday or Wednesday, you have your pick of the day. This other client said they will take either of the remaining. So that is available. Info@epawaweather.com. I'll give you all the information how you could become a sponsor of the daily forecast videos. I had a couple of inquiries. Still waiting on some responses yet, but nothing firm yet. So reach out to me. I'll give you the information for that. So today we have 2 short waves. Obviously, one big one is noticeable up here in the southeastern U.S. There's another one that's actually sitting right here, and it's going to be drifting this way, in this direction, okay? But there is an opportunity for an isolated shower. We're going to be kind of in between here. We got one sitting down here. Another one is going to have a northern extent here. In the middle of these two, there's really not much going on other than mostly cloudy skies because you're sandwiched in between these two systems. There is an opportunity for an isolated shower across our northern areas, though, and maybe far southern areas. The NAM has that a little bit, as you can see. We move through the course of the day. This is maybe very early in the morning. You have maybe a stray sprinkle across south central PA or maybe southern parts of the Delmarva here. But I think most of the activity today, if you're going to have any, is going to be near the New York-Pennsylvania border because that short wave to the north is where it's going to be providing this chance for showers right along that axis there. Okay, it's not much, it's just a little bit. And again, this is a composite reflectivity that picks up just about everything. So in between these two areas here, you're really not seeing too much in here in between. So these areas are probably dry. You're just going to be mostly cloudy because you're sandwiched in between those two systems, basically. Okay, so today is not going to be quite as warm as yesterday because we're going to have a lot more cloud cover today. So mostly cloudy skies today, 76 to 82 is the temperature spread from northwest to southeast. Make sure that's right. Actually, it's going to be northeast to southwest. Northeast to southwest is the spread of temperatures today. So the northeastern area is closest to this upper level low. And the northern areas, northern parts of Pennsylvania, will be closer to the middle 70s than it will the 80s, which will be in our southwestern areas. So that's today. As we move forward to Wednesday, no precipitation expected as this system's going to be off to our south, except for maybe far southern Delaware here as this system gets going here. I think it's going to come in overnight for those areas. For some areas here, we have some showers moving in from the south. We talked about this in the last couple of days. Actually, detailed this very much so in yesterday's video. It was a holiday yesterday, and I know not everybody celebrates that holiday in particular, but they had off. So I noticed Monday's views were down on YouTube's video, so I'm going to go through this again. Normally, we have somewhere between 25 and 30,000 views on a Monday video forecast. Yesterday, we hit about 18,000. So that tells me that people were off, they weren't going to work, and they were home, and they just didn't bother with the video. So I'm going to cover this again, what's going on this week. So we have, what we have is a Rex block setting up, and that's what this is right here. And so for those of you that did see this yesterday, this is going to be redundant. But we have a Rex block setting with high pressure sitting over top of low pressure beneath it. That's what a Rex block is. So this is good. This is a warm temperatures, a very strong ridge, and then you have this cutoff upper level low to the south here. That's sitting there. It has been sitting there for several days. But this upper level ridge is not going to hang in here very long. It's going to move quickly to the east and end up in the western Atlantic, as you can see. And in that void is this upper level low still sitting here. It's cut off from the flow, and it's going to kind of meander, at least the precipitation is, toward our region in the late week period. Okay, so that's what's going on. The problem with this is, as I move this forward, it's still kind of hanging around this weekend. This is Saturday now. And then we get into early next week, and look what happens. We get another one coming in as the first one starts to dissipate, becomes an open wave. So we're going to be dealing with, I think, the rain part of this associated with this through at least midweek next week once it begins. It is not going to begin, we think, until we get to Thursday. Anything before that is negligible. Like I just showed you the isolated shower opportunities. But here's what we're looking at going forward. Now, this is the European ensemble I'm showing you. So what the ensemble is, not the European model. Everybody knows what the European model is. They heard of it, right? It runs, well, actually 4 times a day, but for the full run, it's twice a day, okay? And then it runs, every 6 hours. So the ensemble is taking that European model and running it an additional 50 times, same initial conditions that are being integrated into this model, but is being run an additional 50 times. And the idea there is that the more times it runs, with maybe a little bit different tweaks and algorithms for each individual member, each one of those individual 50 members, and they all come up with a solution, just like the European model does. And if you average those together, you take all 50 and then you average them together, it's going to give you a better idea of a mean spread, okay? So it gives you a better idea of what is real and what's fiction, basically. And you can look at these individual members and see which way it's leaning and everything else. But most of these, if you blend all these together, here's all the rain coming in, beginning late Thursday night in our Wednesday night in our southern areas, and it's going to spread northward here overnight and into Thursday. And this goes all the way through next Wednesday. Look at the ranges continuing and continuing and continuing. This goes all the way into the middle of next week. And it has, by that time, now this is an average. There's some members that are not as rainy as others, and there's some that are more, okay? The average of those 50 members are coming out with some 2 to 3 inch rain amounts plus, 2 to 3 inches plus, and that's a mean of 50 members, which is pretty impressive. Some of those members are suggesting 4, 5, maybe even 6 inches of rain during that time frame, which would be probably the extreme upside, but the low side isn't really negligible either. Okay, so as we move this forward, this is why it's doing that. That void is in its place now. Once that high, that Rex block is here, that's keeping the precipitation to the south, moves away. This is going to come in unabated. At least the moisture with that system off to our south is going to come in unabated. So here's what we're looking at for today. We move to Wednesday. It's still off to our south, but then it starts creeping in here on Thursday. Okay, Thursday is just going to be a showery type day with these showers moving northward, and then all this moisture is going to continue to stream into our area through Friday. Here's a look at Friday. Here's a look at Saturday. Here's a look at Sunday, right? Here's a look at Monday. Here's Tuesday, and there's Wednesday right there. So there's a lot of opportunity for scattered showers and thunderstorms. I think Thursday is just going to be showers. But each day, Friday through at least the 7-day end of our 7-day forecast period, which is actually Monday, but in reality is probably going to at least Wednesday of next week, Wednesday or Thursday time frame, is looking at scattered showers and thunderstorms each day. So much that this is in agreement between from model to model, run to run, ensembles, regular operational models. Everything's pretty much lining up in agreement with this. That is going to happen. So we increase our percentage to 60% in the Thursday through at least Monday time frame, but of course, again, it's going to extend probably to midweek or beyond next week. Okay, hopefully this isn't hanging much past Thursday, because then we're running into holiday weekend the following weekend. But if you do have anything planned this weekend, I know it's a bummer as far as timing is concerned. We do need the rain, so there's a double-edged sword here. Yeah, we need the rain, but it's also coming at a poor time. And I understand people have things planned, whether it be weddings, graduations, outdoor parties, gatherings, whatever it may be. It's poor timing, but you've had plenty of time here where we've had plenty of good weekends here leading up to this point. This is just one of those things where it's coming in at the wrong time, I guess. So it is what it is. I did say once we get to about midweek, we have a better idea of exactly what we're dealing with, and there's still some questions about how much coverage of these showers and storms will be present on each day. So like Friday, for example, is this going to be widely scattered? Is it going to be scattered? Is it going to be widespread? There's a big difference between those three. I don't think it's going to be isolated. It looks a little bit more than that. But The NAM, when it comes into range on Wednesday, will have give us better clarity on that. Same thing here for Saturday. Same thing here for Sunday. This goes all the way through next week, Monday. This could be a isolated, widely scattered deal. It could be a legit scattered thunderstorms day or a widespread activity. I don't think the widespread, I think we fit somewhere in the middle there. Somewhere like kind of scattered, widely scattered. We'll see what we're dealing with when we get a little bit closer with the short range models, but there is rain changes literally every single day, starting Thursday, going all the way through, and actually starting Wednesday night, going all the way through at least the middle of next week. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for June 20th, 2023. Have a great Tuesday.